was not me or my party or the election. I want to talk about you. I want to talk about what is and what is not power. So the thing about power is, it's kind of like a tree falling in the forest or Instagram. If you don't ever post anything on Instagram or you don't ever say anything, nobody's going to listen to you.
That's something I do every day. I post stuff on that. You might have saw some stuff that Ronnie Green put on the internet. I post stuff.
Right. And why do you post positive stuff?
Because I'm really looking for some change.
Okay. So why do you think that the people paid attention because you're posting? If you weren't posting anything, would they be paying attention?
No.
Okay. Well, politics is exactly the same way. Like, if I'm not voting, why would a candidate listen to me?
Can I ask you a question? No. What are you planning on doing?
Well, let me tell you where I was.
Yeah, you personally. What are you planning on doing?
Number one, I believe in protecting our votes. That was the most important thing. Our ancestors died in the process of getting us the right to use our power to be full citizens. So I'm about that. Number two, I ran very much on gun reform and gun control. Not only the AR-15s and the assault weapons, but the guns that are coming into our community, into our children's hands through kids.
How are we going to stop it and they can get on the internet and just get a gun?
But that's just it. They can get a gun because they don't have to have background checks. They can get a gun because we don't track where the weapons go. We don't know who's trafficking them. People will buy guns at gun shows, and then all of a sudden that same gun shows up in this neighborhood where that kid could never buy that weapon. He can't buy $200 sneakers. How are you going to buy a $900 weapon? Right? Somebody is trafficking weapons into our communities all across this country. We need to catch those people and hold them accountable. I was also talking about making sure that people have that if you're going to own a gun, you have insurance. Like, you drive a car, you have insurance. Why do you have insurance? To pay for the damage that you do.
Okay, what are you planning on doing? What kind of plan you got to try to slow that down? I know you can't stop it.
You can't, but here's a lot of things. Number one, create incentives for people to sell back their guns to the government. Get rid of some of those guns. Number two, make sure that they have insurance. If they don't have insurance, they can have a gun just like they can't drive on the street.
Okay.
So and the insurance means that if you do shoot somebody, they got somewhere to go, not just after you. And if you don't have no money, you shoot somebody, then it's their own family that absorbs the cost, and that ain't right. And number three, I want to absolutely make sure that we start taxing that ammunition so that people are shooting less. They may have the gun, but they have less ammunition, and that can make a difference too.
Yeah, that's a real big problem. People getting hands on little kids stuff.
Little kids, and they can't afford. That's a $700 weapon. How are they gonna pay for that? Somebody gives it to them.
You know, I'm scared right around here. I'm talking about. It's never been this bad. I mean, I've been a bad boy all my life. I'm actually scared of these kids. I'm telling you, I'm actually scared.
And you know what? You have every reason to be. But there's other things that are happening with our kids, and that's the other thing that I was really running on. Everybody is waiting to see how we're going to get jobs, how we're going to get opportunities. Everybody wants to grow up from a little kid to their teenage years thinking they have a future, and then go and get in their education, and then or their trade or their technical training, and then they want to have a job. They want to have a family. They want to have stability in their lives and opportunity to develop their talent, whatever their thing is, to live peacefully, to go to church, have a community. That's what people want. They're not asking everybody to become a billionaire, right? Most people just want a simple, peaceful, but fruitful life. And what we're doing is we are relegating people to not competing because we're not funding our schools equitably. We're not funding schools in the poor communities the way we fund schools in the rich communities. We're not creating opportunities for new jobs in the communities that need them the most.
Okay, this is the problem I got with what's going on.
What's your problem?
In Florida, you got a lot of guys. They get incarcerated.
Mm-hmm.
They get out. Mm-hmm. Okay, you already got that strike against you. Then when you get out, you can't
get a job.
You can't get a job. You can't get a place to stay.
Nope.
You can't get nothing. I mean, just with drug charges, you got guys getting like 80, 40, 30 years just with drugs. And you got guys raping people and hurting people. They're not getting that stuff. I think that's crazy, really.
Yeah, but you know why that's
really
happening, right? Do you know why that's happening?
No, I don't.
Because black people didn't vote those kind of folks out. You know why that happened? Let me tell you something. If you put a financial incentive into incarcerating people, you're going to get more incarcerated people.
I'm not just talking about just black. I'm talking about
people.
All the guys.
All the
guys. I've been to prison. Actually, I've been to prison 6 times. It's not nothing I'm proud of, but that's something I've done because they never. And 30 years ago, I've done things 30 years ago. Right now, today, if I get in trouble, they bring that back. I still got to pay for something.
So here's one of the things that I ran on. I ran on second chances, right? First of all, giving people who've been incarcerated their votes right there. Second chances. The other thing that we talk about, we haven't really gotten to, was removing the box on employment applications, where an employer can't ask you if you've been convicted if the felony is older than 10 years, right? So that's something that gives you a second chance, right? But if you don't take the time to figure out how I'm different than Brian Mast, you think we're both the same? Brother, I'm sitting on your porch and I'm telling you, we're not the same. We are not the same. Me and Brian, we are not the same. Your vote, even if you couldn't vote last time, next time, your vote could be the one thing that makes a difference. And it's more than just what you do. What you do is a reflection of what you think. And my question is, what do you think of yourself? Do you not know that you are a king? Do you not know that you are a grown-ass man? Do you not know that you have survived? You have triumphed, you have family, you count, you matter? Do you not know that? Because I do. That's why I'm sitting on this porch talking with you.
Well, there's so many politicians that came before y'all, they done made it so bad they say all this stuff that they're gonna do, and then when they get in there,
because nobody can do anything by themselves. It's about critical mass.
So you got to understand when you're talking to people. Me myself, I really don't believe none of them.
Okay.
You know, because you probably honestly telling the truth, you plan on doing all the stuff you say you're gonna do, but I still got to look back at all the people say the same thing you're saying.
I understand. But just because you've been let down in the past doesn't mean you don't keep trying. Because maybe someday you strike gold.
I have to keep trying because if we don't keep trying, there's nothing definitely going to happen.
Right. We got to keep having faith. We got to trust in God, and we got to keep having faith, and we got to keep trying. My thing is, I'm so grateful that my ancestors didn't give up when they got frustrated. Right? Because I wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be here if they had given up. When every time they got set back, every time they got shut down, every time they got whipped, every time they got told they couldn't, they kept on marching forward. And we owe it to our children and our grandchildren to do at least as much as they were willing to do for us.
Believe it or not, the last 10 years, I've been giving back because I know my younger days, I was a mess. I mean, ain't no secret about that, I was a mess. But the last 10 years, I've been actually giving back, trying to make amends for a lot of stuff I did to society and stuff. I've been working like outreach centers, sober houses and stuff. One of my goals is coming back here to open up an outreach center for the people around here.
Okay. So but see, what I'm saying is that your heart is in the right place. Your spirit is in the right place. But it's time to get your mind in the right place.
What I was just talking about, my past record, anytime I try to apply for something, anything positive, first thing they pull up is my past record.
I understand. But do you know what I did to make sure you could get the right to vote back? What? Do you know how many doors I knocked? I've never been to jail in my life, but I believe in the people who have. So I knocked doors. I got on a bus and did a bus tour with Michael Eric Dyson across the entire state of Florida to get felons their voting rights back. I did that work. And you're going to sit on this porch and tell me, well, thanks, Pam, for all that work to get me my voting rights back, but I'm not going to vote anywho because I just don't think it matters. I did that for you, and I don't even know you.
Me, myself, I appreciate what y'all doing, walking around this neighborhood because this neighborhood is really...
So don't make it waste of our time. I'm asking you to vote because I fought for you to get that right.
Yes, I'm going to vote for you. And I'm going to keep an eye on you. I'm going to be looking and reading and see what you're doing. Now, if I look at and say, well, this is coming out of my porch and just lie to me.
I'm not lying to anybody. My record speaks for itself.
Well, me and my family are going to vote for you, and my friends are going to vote.
But we need you to vote. But you're not going to vote for nothing if you don't register. So let me get you a registration form, and we're going to register.
Is that the returning citizen?
Yeah. So So here's the form. Fill it out. We'll get you registered to vote because you can't vote for nobody if you don't register.
Y'all got a pen?
Yep.
I might be seeing it.
There's a form in there, voter
Okay.
registration.
Here's a voter registration form, and here's an information form, and we're gonna get you your voting rights back, man. I worked for that. I wasn't easy. That was
Well,
honest.
like I said, I'm not fully convinced.
You don't have
But-
to be fully convinced, but you know what? It's okay to act without full
Well,
conviction.
I'm glad to see somebody, at least you're doing something, whether it's wrong or right, you is doing something.
I'm doing a lot.
Martin County, this county is
Yeah, it's
really,
a tough county, but it would be made a lot easier with people like you in the game.
I want to see some people working. Me, myself, I wish I could do something. Like I said,
Who's stopping you?
my past history.
No, it's not.
And I
You
just think
can-
always throw it up in my face. I mean, it's a lot of positive stuff now. I mean, I know what I did in the past. It's been a lot of good stuff like this. But now I've changed. But now when that point comes, all the doors are shut in our face because of what we did.
Okay, so if the
15,
doors
20
are
years
shut
ago.
in your face, you blow them open, you keep knocking at them. You get people like me to stand with you, and you see that I do.
Well, I'm sure down with that. These new students, I'm sure. I need my glasses.
Okay,
Annie,
I'm ready to see. Yeah.
bring my glasses.
Anyone, these new or restored voters were able to vote starting January. Anyone uncertain or needing clarification of what you were convicted of